Class A, we need to talk about what happens to stem changers when you are conjugating a verb into the subjunctive. So here goes. AR verbs and ER verbs will stem change the same as they do in the present tense. So which verbs does this not include? IR verbs. And how do verbs usually stem change in the present tense? Well, O to UE, E to IE, E to I, and hugar, of course, is U to UE, and that only happens inside the boot. So, stem changers, AR and ER, will only stem change inside the boot. So that means the nosotros and the vosotros will not stem change. The nosotros and vosotros will not stem change. So in the space in your or on your train ticket here, I would like you to take that information, conjugate and define poder, and conjugate and define jugar. Now jugar is a tricky one because it's also a gar verb, but poder and jugar, because there's an ER verb and an AR verb, will only stem change in the boot and not outside the boot. So I would do those charts in pencil so that if you make mistakes you can go back and fix and still have nice neat notes, and press pause if you need more time. I'm moving on. Poder and jugar, if you want credit for your notes, will be conjugated here in the subjunctive. Okay, so let's talk about those IR verbs. IR verbs stem change as usual in the boot, O to UE, E to IE, or E to I only, but they will also stem change outside of the boot. How will they stem change outside the boot? They stem change like the preterite. And this makes sense. It's IR verbs that stem change in the preterite, so it's going to be the IR verbs that do this. And how do IR verbs stem change in the preterite? Well, it's E to I only or O to U only. So IR verbs stem change as usual in the boot, but E to I only or O to U only outside the boot, in the nosotros and the vosotros. So in the space left on your train ticket, I now need you to conjugate and define dormir, pedir, and this verb here, mentir, to lie. We've seen it before, but not as often as dormir and pedir. So what you need to know is it's usually E to IE in the present tense, and it means to lie. So in the space left on your train ticket, I now want you to conjugate dormir, pedir, and mentir, taking into account this information. Do it in pencil would be my suggestion, so if you mess up, you can make corrections and still have nice neat notes. That's it. Stem changers in the subjunctive.